go. Yeah.
Okay, so we're looking at five angle response with the knife against knife, and Andrew's attacking with an angle 1 first. He's going for my neck area. So as he does that, it's a close and somewhat tight swipe. So I can get just outside it, I can slash and pass as I then step in my left foot and I can thrust. So I'm cutting the arm on the first beat, but I'm also using that pass to get in, to get a thrust to the ribs. But I'm in position here, ready to turn and meet the incoming backhand, which is at mid-level. And as I pass it through palm up, I'm slashing on the arm, and then I'm ready to thrust here. This opens him up. When I get this arm cleared, I'm not holding on to it, just passing it out to the side here, passing it through. And this really leaves him open. He would need to use his alive hand desperately at that point. And then off of this, he comes in with a low forehand, and I've got to hollow out. All right, so the key there is I can't move all of me away, because then I'd be disengaging and he could chase me, and then I'm in worse trouble. What I do instead is I turn to face. Always, any incoming knife attack, I turn to face it. But I hollow out the vertical level where he's attacking, in this case my midsection, so I do this as I pass it through, thrust. And now, I'm in position again to deal with a backhand. I've got to turn, because he's going to get to my neck. I can't beat it this way. I've got to turn my body so that my right arm is out in front, ahead of, in the swoop, I guess you could say the sweep of his arm. Before the knife would reach me, it's reaching my knife arm, knife hand, and then my live hand. So off of this position where I just did this, I've got to turn and go slash and pass, and then thrust. And then he comes to the low thrust, all right, angle 5. Once again, I hollow out as if with an angle 3, and pass it, and slash, and thrust. And I can insert figure 8s in any one of those instances where he attacks here, and I can go slash as I pass, thrust, and then figure 8, slash the arm as I pass, thrust, and there's a diagonal figure 8. I can do hollow out, slash as I pass, thrust, again upward figure 8. Here, thrust, I could do upward diagonal in the other direction. And then here, and thrust, I could do downward here, over the shoulder, which is to avail the neck. So you do that, and you can keep repeating it. We did it in sequence, but then you can change it to where there's 2 things we're going to add. One is going to be these in-between options, and the other is going to be just the variance in the angle of attack. When he comes in, and it might be high, and the next one might be high also. Boom. And then he might go low, the next one might be low. All right, so I'm ready, once I'm here, I'm ready to turn and meet the attack at any level. You have to look at the level it's coming in at. The first thing you know about a knife attack is whether it's coming from the forehand or backhand side. The second thing you know is what its vertical level is. So it's important to understand the order in which you process these things about what you're seeing and what's coming at you. So we're doing that, we change up the angle, but along with that, after we do 5, let's just do the first, boom, second, third, fourth, and 5. Then he can just do a backhand swipe, but at this point here, he throws a forehand, and I can do 1 for 1, and he does it 1 for 1. Then he's a high forehand coming down, and I'm going to go here, and then he does there, and then we reset again. And then I might attack, and he responds. I'm sorry, did the wrong vertical level there. There we go. And then off of that, we just did that, and then I return here, and we go boom, boom, here, here, over, and over. Okay, just to get used to using the live hand independently, and also using this on a curve. On the first, the 1 for 1, here and here, cutting them twice on the same curve. A little different. The third level of abstraction, you could say, is to take angles like number 1, which are very common, and include other options. Like sometimes I can get outside of it, sometimes I don't get outside of it, so I turn into it and meet here, and then I'm here. All right? Or I might get a few cuts, 1, 2, 3, and step in, and then he comes back. And then we proceed from there. So it's a little closer, a little more lingering contact, and more cuts in response to his attempt to cut me. Okay, so you take certain angles of attack of his, like I said, the common ones, angle 1 being a big one, and you look at different variations you have. Usually based on how far inside the cut I can get, the sweep of his arm, whether in front of it or whether I can get outside of it. Some guys are so fast and the sweep of their arm is so unpredictable that you can't get outside of it or inside of it. You're stuck in front of them. So the way there is to get it past you, boom, and then to get in on it, right? While you're still, using your live hand to temporarily immobilize it. So this is what isn't often talked about structurally about knife against knife, is that speed matters and the width of his attack as far as how his arm sweeps and recovers really matters a lot. Because we can't be cavalier about saying, oh, I just got way inside of this and I can do all this stuff. It's like, well, maybe not. Maybe he attacked in a way you can't get inside of it. Before you even moved, he's already swept through and brought his knife back. Okay? So you have to take that into account realistically, and then you adjust what you do.